Let's talk about the crash. Axel.
Let's talk about the crash. We have some. What are the comments? So we have GP and Yaraya. German property prices have begun to crash. And then we have Alan Houston saying basically the exact opposite. That apparently, even though in Sweden, 2008, if you guys remember, global financial crisis, and prices didn't really fall back then. For me, extremely religious discussion, right? It's almost like the rent and buy where we had the video just a couple of days ago, or public-private health insurance. This is extremely religious topic of prices are going to go down or crash even, right? Not prices going to go down. It's always crash and hammock. My issue is basically, that's why we also replied to the comment that these crash profits, let's call them, they never have a source. Maximum they say Google it or something, and thank you very much.
You helped me a lot. You helped
wow. But there's always a source missing. Is at least what I'm feeling. And for me, so that I can do it better. For me, it's a very simple calculation. For me, it's just the three things that you see here, like here. How does this work? Here,
I think it's yeah.
This plus this equals this, right? So the first one is basically how many people move to Germany, saying the German population is growing and growing and growing on an all-time high. 83, 84 million, something like this. Not even factored in all the people coming from Ukraine this year.
No, we have so many people from the south right now coming. And yeah, not even Ukraine, like a lot of expats as well. Like even India has an agreement with Germany right now. So we're having so many people coming to Germany.
Right. Yeah, right. Also got easier for people outside to come, like the German green card is what they're called. Yeah, exactly.
They have more workers coming in right now, so it's going to be much easier.
Yeah. Which is basically what we need, because this was always the argument that the German population is keeping getting older and older, like Japan, and declining. So in that case, okay, declining demand. But since population is growing and growing and growing, the demand is there. And if the population grows, as in the chart here, this one, and in the second chart, we're not building enough, because this is basically how many properties we constructed each year. And the government says we need 400K.
No, more now. We need 700.
In total or per year?
Well, now this year they said they're going to need 700K.
700, okay.
700.
Because of the backlog.
Exactly, exactly. Because how much did it actually constructed? 300?
Yeah, so
I think it was 300. There was almost, like the top.
Yeah.
But last year they needed over 400. This year they're gonna need 700. So it's
we're not gonna finish half.
We're not gonna have any space anymore over here. It's gonna be crazy.
And so that's a very easy calculation, right? You have more and more people, and we are just not building enough.
Exactly.
As you can see, like with the red line that we have in the middle chart, this is like the average of the last 20 years. It's like roughly 250K, right? So if we need 400 or 700 or however much it is, it's certainly more than 250 that we need.
Yeah.
And since this chart reaches back 20 years, if we're just missing 100K, 100K times 20 years is 2 million. That's basically missing. And that's, of course, why here in the bottom, property prices increased by 14.2% 2021 and 10% in 2020, and this from the Postbank Atlas. Of course, prices are going to increase if I don't build enough. So you can say all you want basically, but I'm a big fan of simple market economics that have been proven right hundreds and hundreds of years. And for me, it's a simple supply and demand issue. There's no other way to put it.
I mean, everything about statistics, about here what you're having there. So really, everyone knows that problem, but is still not really doing anything, and not even the demand on people coming in, like or the demand on buying. It's just the demand on renting. Right? Demand on renting is increasing right now. Like last year, we had like, how much was it, like 42% more this year is going to be even more. So the rent's going to kind of skyrocket. And then someone tells me a real estate investment doesn't make sense. So we're going to be actually it's a win-win situation, guys, right? So it's we will profit, the buyers profit from that, and that's the whole point out of it.
That's basically the only solution, to invest.
Yeah, for sure.
To invest, because the government is not gonna. Where's the money gonna come from to construct 700,000? Where's the people coming from? Building the 700,000. Where's the space? What you mentioned, and where's the money coming from? This costs billions of euros.
Absolutely,
can only come from private sources.
Yeah. And also the new constructions, as we mentioned in our video, I mean, more than 30% right now is stopped. So people are not, I mean, it's getting better, but still, the constructions are empty. They're still there. Nothing has been done, or they postpone to finish to build the construction. So it's kind of, residential. That's, we're going to talk about that later. So,
so are properties, to conclude, are properties expensive? Yes, but expensive I think we have to put it in perspective.
Yeah.
Salaries have increased. And if salaries increase 100% every year, and property prices increase by 10% per year, then property is getting more affordable, right?
Absolutely.
And that's, I feel, the second mistake, that people go too nominally. They just look at the nominal price increases, but they don't put it into perspective. And if you put it into perspective with salaries, or how the stock market increased, and that interest rates have been pretty favorable, which we're going to come to later on, then it's just normal that prices increase so much.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, we're going to talk about prices later as well, and talk about how great actually the market is right now. What opportunities do you have? But yeah, obviously, with that being said, the value of the properties are going to increase. Always going to
increase. Long term, yes.
Long term. And you know what? I get the question often, Vanessa, what happens if the prices are not increasing? I'm buying it right now. I want to sell it after 10 years tax-free. But then I say, you just don't sell it in that time.
Yeah.
You don't sell it in that time. You sell it at a time where they're going to increase. And this is where you make the most profit, right? So,
like if someone would have wanted to sell the stocks in March 2020, right in the Corona dip, then it's just right now a really bad time. Then you have to wait it out.
Yeah, exactly. Or no. So you have to just wait for a good time to sell. That's for sure. A good time to buy and good time to sell.
Yeah, correct.